Hey Fumble, it's Tumble again. Today I just kind of wanted to rant to you a little bit about something, and that is the topic of learning a second language. In my own personal opinion, I think everybody should have to learn a second language. My dog says hi. Ah. Anyway, I wanted to start off with saying 82% of the US speaks English. Only 82%. 12% of the United States speaks Spanish. So that's 82 and 12. And then 6% of the United States speaks other languages, so that includes French and German and, I don't know, Chinese and Arabic and whatever else we can think of. Languages that are kind of considered important if you're going to do anything world-like. With that being said, I also wanted to say, at one point in time, over 300 languages were spoken in the United States. Now it's somewhere under 100. And part of that 100, most of that 100, is Native American languages, which are slowly dying out too. So that's kind of stupid. There was an article I read called Learning a Second Language, When and Why. And that article had told me out of schools that teach foreign languages, 1/4 of elementary schools around the entire United States teaches foreign languages. Only 1/4. So that's really not a lot when you think about how big the United States is. Only 1/4. Most of that doesn't even go up into high school levels. And within high schools that actually teach foreign languages, only about half the students will ever take a foreign language. And most of those students will not continue after their second year of that foreign language. That's not enough time to be considered fluent in a second language. Now, the reason I'm saying all this, so yeah, there's some little facts and fun facts, but why do I think that you should have to learn a second language? I think you should have to learn a second language. I think that it should be taught to you. And I understand, I think it should be taught to you in the elementary schools when it comes easiest, because it comes easiest to you as an adolescent. So I think you should be forced to learn a second languages, like most countries around the world do, around that age. And I understand that, maybe it's a big deal because the child won't get to choose the second language that they're learning. But if you think about it, we never got to choose the first language we learned. So why do we even care about that? WebMD has an article too called Being Bilingual or something like that. And they held a study that involved brain scans, and they had 25 people who only speak English, and then they had 25 people who speak English along with a second language, and they had practiced that language within the past 5 years. So they took scans of their brains. Hold on. Sorry, I had to let my dog out. So they took scans of their brains, and it showed that the people who knew a second language had a higher what's the word? Higher gray matter, something or other. Their brain, whatever. So their brain had a higher level of some sort of gray matter, and that gray matter is caused by exercising the left side of your brain. And that side of your brain contains things like language and memory and attention span. This is a point I want to make. Attention span. Maybe there's a reason our country has the highest level of children with ADD. Maybe that's because we're not exercising the left side of their brain. We're not giving them that second language that's focusing, building their attention span levels. It builds their attention span, it builds their memory. Maybe that's why we have such a problem with our children Although, personally, I don't even think that's an issue here. I just think we're mistaking kids being kids as kids with ADD because we don't remember what it was like to be a kid. Okay, that was a little off topic, but so it exercises the left side of the brain. That's your memory, attention span, and foreign languages. Also, the people who knew the second language, they held tests too, and they scored greater in reading, writing, public speaking, and comprehension, and all of that is on the left side of the brain. So, I don't know, I just don't understand why we feel like we're so great, like, oh, well, we live in America, and we shouldn't have to learn a second language. That's bull. That's total bull. Fun fact here, the U.S. doesn't even have an official language, so, I don't know. Also, on the WebMD site, there was some researchers with the Times Journal, and they had stated that as you learn a second language, as you are acquiring that second language, your brain structure slowly alters itself. So even though it's easier for you to learn a foreign language when you're before adolescence, it's still possible to do it afterwards, and you will still gain all those same benefits. It's just going to be a little bit harder, and it's going to take a little longer. Which is why it's stupid, because, I don't know, it's just stupid. It really is. It's going to take you more than 2 years of studying and practicing. More than just learning the words and the sentence structure, you actually have to practice speaking it. That's what's going to really make you fluent in a foreign language, you know? Whatever. It's bullcrap. I think it's stupid that we're going to sit around and let a taco-selling chihuahua speak a better foreign language than us. That's just stupid. I'm also going to show you real quick some pictures of our Berlin Wall. So, bye-bye, Fumble. Thanks for listening to my rant.